And now, straight from the horse's mouth, our Neil Young News Report.
Smell the horse on this one.
With this week's update from ThrashersWheat.org, here's Thrasher.
Hey, Thrasher here with this week's Neil Young News, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different. We have with us a special guest. We have Yui Grau. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Yui?
hello.
And Yui is over here from Germany. Where exactly in Germany are you from?
I'm from Regensburg. It's in Bavaria, in the near of Munich, 100 kilometers in the north of Munich.
Great.
I lived.
Great. Well, so Yui is over here in the United States for the North American Neil Young and Crazy Horse Tour, which, as everyone probably knows by now, has been canceled. But Yui was undeterred with his trip and is here visiting us here at Thrashers Wheat Radio and being hosted by our good buddy Hounds That Howl and one of our travel mates for our European tour. So, as they say, the show must go on, and so Yui has come to our town here, Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, and we just thought we'd take a few moments to sort of remember our trip this summer to Europe, where we met Yui on the rail, and folks learn more about that. So, Yui, how many concerts did you go to this summer in Europe?
13?
13.
Around Europe.
Awesome.
Europe.
I know first met you in Berlin, which was the first night of the concert, and then you went to the next 13 nights or 13 shows?
No, the first it was in Berlin, the first show of Neil in Europe on 2nd of June. And after this we go to Hamburg the day after with some friends from Germany, with Conmed and so on, together or to Hamburg, and then we go on the third day to Amsterdam, and then to Brussels.
Paris.
Sorry.
Okay. It's all right.
I'm old, you know. To Paris, and then to Brussels. And I met some friends from the USA, like Harry and Marilyn and Tyler. And
the Rusties.
They
were everywhere, weren't they?
Yes. And Ron?
On the rail.
Yeah.
And every show, you were on the rail, right?
Yeah.
13 shows on the rail.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, and I don't think I can catch the rail in Berlin. We have 23,000 people in the house, and I think, it's a horror to come to the first row, but I catch maybe 20 people when I go downstairs. You know, I run, I'm standing in at the first row. You made some pictures. Yeah, great.
Yeah. So also, in order to get on the rail, you're usually the first person in line. Is that true? Are close to the first person?
Maybe
in line?
on 7 concerts, and then on the rest, I was the second or the third person.
Third person in line.
In Nîmes, I was at the first.
And what time did you get to the venue?
1:30.
Like
1:30.
6 hours before the gates open or something?
Yeah.
So 6 hours before the gates open, and then waiting for the opening band, and by the end of it, it's like
it's
12 hours later, and
no problem. I take some pictures. I take some pictures in Nîmes, and I recorded the sound. When the crew made the check for the speakers, I recorded in Nîmes, and in Locarno I was also on the marketplace, and I speak with some guys from the crew, with Mark Humphreys, and from the soundboard, the guy, I don't know his name.
Mulligan?
No. He was 93. You know, I have my T-shirt on from 93 with Booker T, my first T-shirt. I wear it on this day.
Okay.
He come to me. You was there? I say yes. You too? He said yes.
All right.
And we speak a little bit, and over the speakers came Crosby and Nash, and I think I go to Mark. I say we see Crosby and Nash today here with Neil together, Oh no, maybe over the speaker. You know,
Right.
from the CD from Crosby.
Oh, so they're playing that on the PA.
Yeah.
Well, tell us, another story about being on the rail with Neil and Crazy Horse. Like, what was a real highlight for you? If you could just, tell us, one example.
I have
that.
one highlight when he played the two songs, "Set and Delivery" and "Surfer Show," and it begun on in I think in Paris or Amsterdam, I don't know. I stand on the rail on the right side on Neil's area when Neil walk to the right side, and he play "Set and Delivery," and I jumped and I flip up,
You were excited.
And Neil hear this. He was laughing, and then he play and come to me or to the side where I stand.
Yeah.
And I think it was Paris. He come on the border from the stage, and I'm stand on the rail, maybe 3 meters, and we sung together.
You sang together, like the lyrics you were singing.
I saw his eyes, and we looked in our eyes. You
made that eye contact.
Yeah,
Singing.
and I sing the lyrics. This one with the lips,
Right.
And maybe 10 seconds or so we was together, only he and me, really. And we sung, and he laughing, and this was in Paris and in Brussels also.
That's great.
And then in July, another concert I was in, not in Vienna, I think in Nîmes. Yeah, we made this. 3 or 4 times this summer.
Had that eye contact and that's
this 10 seconds, 3 times maybe in the summer, and that's
So he was recognizing you.
Yes, I never forget this. Really, it's not a dream. I'm not a dreamer. I feel it, and Neil it was laughing and play another chord, and maybe 3 minutes longer from Surfer Joe, I think. And these 2 songs, the best feeling I have,
That's
it's
great.
amazing.
That's a great story, Yui. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
You're
it's
welcome.
Great to see you over here. We're going to have a big weekend here, doing a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing the Neil Young concert up in Port Chester, New York, but we'll do the best we can. And I know a lot of folks are pretty bummed out about that, but make the best of it. So we'll just say wrap it up this week. Everybody keep on rocking in the free world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too.
Yui?
Yeah, keep on rocking.
There you go.
It's a pleasure.